Hey, church family. I just want to do a quick Devo thought for you guys this afternoon, and then I've got a few announcements for you guys, and then we'll get going from there. All right, so today I'm going to be reading for you out of Matthew 26, verse 36. Some context here. Jesus is going to be arrested on this night that these events are happening, and he knows this. He knows that his arrest will lead to his torture within an inch of his life, and then he'll be hung up on another torture device until he dies. He is aware of that burden, and it is coming. In addition to that, maybe the part that we think of less is that he's also aware that he will be taking on separation from God on behalf of all of us who are sinners, that he will be taking on damnation for our sake. And this is someone who has never, even in the darkest moments of his life, ever known what it was to be separated from the presence of the Father. And so he is beginning to experience separation from God, and he is in a heavy place. I just want us to remember that as we read this. So starting in verse 36 of Matthew 26. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." And taking with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, he began to be sorrowful and troubled. Then he said to them, "My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch with me." And going a little farther, he fell on his face and prayed, saying, "My Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." And he came to the disciples and found them sleeping. And he said to Peter, "So could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Again, for the second time, he went away and prayed, "My Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." And again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were heavy. So leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the third time, saying the same words again. Then he came to the disciples and said to them, "Sleep and take your rest later on. See, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going." Two thoughts I want to point out there. One is, if ever there was a time when Jesus could have unshouldered this burden, run away and made something great of himself in this world, it was then. His disciples are asleep. Nobody knows where he is yet. No one has come to arrest him. It's the dark of the night, and he is completely alone. If ever there was a time to run away, that was the time. The second thing I want to point out is this. Jesus not only says, "Your will be done, not my will," in that time when he could have run away. Think about it. He could have run away from the heaviest burden that has ever been placed on a person, but he said, "Your will be done, not mine." But the second thing is this. He then also comes to his disciples who are failing in their duties and says, "Hey, get up. Come on. Let's go." He's gracious. He's kind to them. Now, he's challenging them, but he's kind and he's gracious, and he's bringing others along with him in pursuit of what is good. How often do we let the things that we call burdens and troubles of this world keep us from pursuing the will of God? Because when we ask God, "What is the will for my life?" we really mean, "God, tell me what I'm supposed to do right now in this circumstance because I don't want to have to tough through it." I can't speak for you, but I know that that's in me. And I would assume that it's in you. Scripture would say that it's in all of us. I need us to think about this because we need to be gathering together as the church so that we might pursue God's will. We might make much of this time that is a fantastic and great opportunity for the spread of the gospel, and a great opportunity to increase the number of those who are worshiping our God, the only God. Amen? a couple announcements for you guys before we go that I want to make sure that we're keeping up with. One is this: don't forget about our website, uhbc.net/updates. We'll keep you up to date on everything we're doing and what's going on there. 2, there are digital communities for all ages. If you're interested in that, that's on our website, uhbc.net. Pretty easy to navigate. It's all right there on the homepage. 3, we are preparing for our Easter experience, and we'll be sending out more information about that soon. It will be online, which is going to be the strangest Easter for me as a worship leader, but we still are celebrating this wonderful holiday that honestly is the greatest holiday we can possibly celebrate, of the resurrection of Christ who defeated death. Number 4, we're working on broadcasting on a number of networks. We know that some of you have smart TVs that for some reason won't play Facebook and things like that. So we are working with a new software that's going to allow us to simultaneously broadcast on YouTube, on Facebook, a couple other platforms. And we have been testing that out this week, and we're planning to use that on Sunday. So stay tuned for more information about that. We will put the links on our Facebook, I'm sure. Number 5, next week is Easter. So we've got tons of stuff and opportunities for you to engage with the church in Easter. Some of these are traditions that we've always done, and some of these are new traditions. 1, we have a Devo that we'll be emailing out every single day, so make sure that you are checking the website looking for how you can be a part of that. Number 2, read through the Bible. So usually we're doing this live with our people, and we're just Facebook living it for consistently leading up to Easter. But this year, since we can't really do that, we're replaying the one from a couple years ago, if my understanding is correct. And so that will be playing on Facebook Live, and that will be on our website pretty much 24 hours a day, constantly as we will have our people reading through the scriptures. Number 3, this Sunday between 3 and 4, our preschool and children's ministers have made care packs for kids to pick up. Again, between 3 and 4 this Sunday. You drive through. It's a drive-through pickup, a fun care package. So we're really excited to bless you guys in that way. And there's more coming soon. Again, you can look on our website. This week is Palm Sunday. So Read Through the Bible starts this Sunday. And kids, we've got some puppet fun in the service this week. So make sure that you are gathering tools together and supplies together to make a puppet. A sock puppet is a good way to do it, and we'd love to have you sing along with the songs in that way, but also we're going to have a couple other elements that'll involve those puppets that you guys might like, and so that should be fun. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.